Hey everyone, welcome to day 15 of our JavaScript 30-day challenge. Today's topic is JavaScript events, one of the most powerful features to make your website interactive. You will learn how to run code when a button is clicked, process forms without refreshing the page, change behavior on mouse, hover, respond to double clicks. So let's start building. So here I am in HTML. So here I have added the h1 tag. Now I will add one button. I will add the button where id equals to click me, and here I will say click me output here. So here we have click me button. Next I will have form tag, and I will give some IDs to this form ID equals to, let's say, name form, and we'll also add some style. After this we'll take one input tag, input, and type will be text. We'll add id equals to name input, and I will also add the placeholder, enter your name, and also I will add one attribute called required. So this is for text box. A text box will be appearing with placeholder enter your name. You can see that in browser. As you can see, we can enter some values here. Now I will add one button and type equals to submit. So this is type of a submit, and I will add submit. After this I will take one div with id equals to hover box, and I will add some styling. Let's say style equals to margin top 20 pixel, padding, and I will give 15 pixels. Then I will add the border 2 pixel solid, and I will say color. So inside this div I will just add over me. So this is the div. Then we'll add the paragraph tag. I will say para, and we'll add id equal to output and some style. So here I have one box created, and we have the text inside that. Now let's go to script.js and let's learn about click event. So this is one of the event when the user clicks on any element. For example, button. Let's see a use case. So show a message when a user clicks a button. So we have defined one button. So we'll define it in variable click button equals to document dot get element by id, and we'll say click me. So click me, we have defined it here. So we'll just use that click me, and also we'll take one variable const output equals to document dot get element by id output click button. And now here I will add the add event listener. So the event will be the click. So I will say click comma, and I will say arrow function, and inside this I will just say output dot text content. So in the output we'll say text content equals to button was clicked. Output is the p tag which is declared here. So now let's see an output. So if I click this button, so it says button was clicked. So we selected the button using get elements by id, and we used this add event listener click callback to listen for clicks, and when the clicked, the output text is updated. Now let's see the form submit. So use cases when takes user input and display a greeting without reloading the page. So we have already defined the form. So I will take const form equals to document dot get element by id, and the id is name form. Const name input equals to document dot get element by id name input. Now we'll add the event listener for the form add event listener, and the event listener type is submit, and call the arrow function, and to prevent the page reload we have to use, so here in the function we'll call function and pass e. So I have created the add event listener for submit and called function and e is passed. To prevent the reload of page, so we have this e dot prevent default. So this will prevent the default form behavior. We have this const name equals to name input, and we will remove the any spaces which was given, and also we'll take that value dot trim. Now we'll do some validation. So if name length is given, then we will show hello name, otherwise we will say please enter a name. So for that we'll say if name dot length greater than 0, then we will say, so we have this output, so we'll just copy it here, output dot text content equals to hello. If it's not the case, then we'll say output dot text content equals to please enter a name. Alright, now let's see an output on the browser. Here I will just say Ullas and submit. So here name input dot value dot trim, so we'll just say Ullas and says hello Ullas. If I pass nothing, click on submit, it says please fill out of this field, and if I give space and submit, it gives please enter a name. So this is the behavior of the submit event. Now we'll learn about mouse over and mouse out events. Use case is highlight an element when the user hovers. So we have this box, so we'll just say const box equals to document dot get element by id, and the id is hover box. Now for this box I will just add event listener, and the listener name is mouse over, comma arrow function, and I will, for the box I will say box dot style dot background color equals to, and I will give some value as t17f7, and I will give the cursor pointer box dot style dot cursor equals to pointer, and for the text content output dot text content equals to mouse is over on the box. I will just take this output, and when mouse is over, so this should happen. When mouse is out, we need to add that as well. So for that we'll add one more add event listener, that is mouse out. For this we'll say box dot style, this should be null, output dot text content will also be null. So let's see an output. So if I hover on this, so it says mouse is over on the box. If I go outside, the background color is become null, and output text content will also become null, and you can do anytime. Now let's learn about db click event. So show a message or reset content on double click. So for this same box I will add box dot add event listener, and the listener is db click, and inside this we will change the inner html box dot inner html equals to, and we'll say double click detected, and reset after 2 seconds, and also we'll change the background color. So we'll just copy it from here, and we'll add the background color. So this is the background color, and we will reset after 2 seconds. So for that we need to write set timeout box dot inner html equals to hover over me. So after 2 seconds it will become hover over me, and the background color will become null, and this will happen after 2 seconds. So we'll have to specify 2000 milliseconds. I will just comment these two, go on the browser. So I will double click on this. So it says double click detected. After 2 seconds it will come to it, and after some time it will come to its normal behavior. So set timeout is not working properly because we need to write this inside this. So now we have added the set timeout inside this add event listener. So let's go back here, double clicked, and after 2 seconds it will come back to hover over me. So we change the content and background temporarily, then reset. So today we learned about click event by using the add event listener click. Then we learned about submit using the form. Then we learned about mouse over and mouse out events. And finally we learned about db click, that is double click event. So I have a challenge for viewers. Add an event listener to the form input field that logs a message every time the user types something input event. And that's it for today. You have now mastered how to handle click events, submit forms, mouse over, mouse out events, double click actions. So like this video if you learned something, subscribe and join us daily for this JavaScript challenge. See you in the next one. Till then, happy coding.